Good morning, David Martin, Business Development Manager for our group, and this morning I have the pleasure of interviewing Simon Anderson, Managing Director of EVES Realty. Good morning, Simon.
Good morning, David.
And so let's kick this off by giving us a little bit of your background. Tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm a pretty proud Otago person, come from Central Otago, a rural background, originally from a farm, then an orchard, and grew up in Alexandra.
Right.
Yeah, spent all my youth in Alexandra, and then from there moved through to the city of Dunedin, and after my education at university, and then moved into the banking sector, where I spent half a dozen years of my career in the banking sector, moving through the ranks of there, where I was promoted, transferred to the Bay of Plenty in Tauranga in 1999 is when I arrived here. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what brought you to our group?
Okay, interesting comment that. Back then I was involved in the with the BNZ in the rural division. I was the regional manager for rural, and I was playing golf one day with the then managing director of this company, who tempted me to come along and meet with a few real estate people, and hooked me really. I was really taken by the energy and the approach of the people, and I really enjoyed their values around some of the core stuff that I believed in, which was family and how important that was, but also community involvement. So being involved in the community and being part of it, and not taking from it, but giving to the community. So I thought that was really important. So those things resonated with me, and I joined the company in 2002.
Wow, 2002.
Yeah.
So started as a...
I started in Bailey's country.
Yes.
Okay, in that division. And then as I think myself and Dickie Berman were the two involved then, and that was sort of grown over that time, and then we, with the Bailey's Waikato team, got together as a good solid team, and drove our market shares over the following 15 years really. During that time I was also involved with Bailey's, the BRG, the Auckland division, and as the national country manager as well. So I had a connection with the country, right through New Zealand as well as local over that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in more recent years, appointed as CEO and then Managing Director.
Correct, yeah. So 5 years ago when the previous CEO indicated he would finish, I put my hand up and was fortunate to be confirmed in the role back in 2017. And yeah, have enjoyed that responsibility with the full group since then.
And I know from working with you that you're very passionate about what you do and very driven. So tell us about those drivers.
Okay, well, coming from a very humble background, David, I really never take for granted any day what I have now in this beautiful city that we work in, and also working for a fantastic company that I think is that really lives its values, and I feel very grateful about that. My passion, I guess, comes from one of I've always liked helping people. I've just always found that it's whether it's a children or a sports team or your work. I've always really enjoyed seeing their success and enjoying being. I enjoy my own success as well. Don't get me wrong there, but I also like seeing people develop. And I've got so many examples where I've seen people back in sporting or banking or children growing to be really successful. And it's such a neat thing, and I really enjoy that side of the business. Yeah.
I know, again, from working with you, that some of those core values are really important. It's not more than just sort of words on a wall. You actually live them, breathe them, and encourage others to do the same. And my belief is it's one of the very reasons why people tend to join us, but also one of the reasons why people stay so long. So tell us more about that.
Okay. Look, I think our company, we've got a big group of people, and I think we need to really, it's so important to me to look after those people and provide as much service as possible so we can all excel. So whether that's our people at the front desk or our PAs or our salespeople or our management, having a really clear career path, but also really good support around them, whether it's training, whether it's good IT, all those parts. Individual coaching through managers, so managers having the skill set to help their people grow. I think that's also important, that people truly believe they do feel valued, and I think that's so important for people. It's not always going to be perfect. Don't get me wrong, it's not always perfect, but it's certainly something I try and encourage is to make sure that every person is appreciated and valued for what they contribute to the company. And I'll always stand by this, it's what you bring, not what you take. Yep. So you bring to the table, then you can take from it, but you must bring first. So important. Yeah.
Yeah, very much.
Important. Yeah.
And you look at the people in our business who have been around for a long time.
Yep.
It's that's the kind of feeling you get back from them as well.
Yeah.
I believe.
I think it's interesting that one of the best days we have of the year is our 10-year club. And that's, for people who have been with the company for 10 years or more. And that's grown now. That's 120 odd people come to that lunch. And it's just a lunch, but the spirit and the energy in that room, and we have 5 life members of that, people who have retired now, and some were with the company for 40 years, now come back and enjoy that day together. And you just see the banter and the fun those people have. Look, you go away from there, you just feel so proud of being part of this group. And it's nothing, it's just a day, but it's just, you see the people and the way they interact, and that's history, that's important, that's a company, that's a business.
Very much. If I was sitting out in the audience and I'm with another company or I'm thinking about getting into real estate, what is one of the reasons that why people already join us?
Yeah, okay, really good question that, and I think it's relevant. Look, I've just been with someone now who's looking to join us, and they asked the same question. And my answer to that was very much around, we're a family-owned business, we're local in the areas we work in, but we have the resources available to the salespeople, to the people who work for us, that would match any international business anywhere. Yep. So what we're looking to do is, and I said to this person just 20 minutes ago, was that we don't want anyone to come in here and fail. We want to surround them with everything possible so they can be as successful as they want to be.
So tell us about the future. What do you see happening in the future?
Yeah, I think real estate, one thing that gets you up in the morning is every day is a different challenge. The phone rings and we know that the day changes, doesn't it, But I see to the future is that it's what's in front of us is important, that systems need to get better, things are changing, the market changes every day. We need to be ahead of that and thinking that, I think back when I started, we had, all we did was an ad in the Bay of Plenty Times. That was as simple as we did, okay?
Yeah.
So you took your photo, got it developed at John's Photo Pharmacy here, right? Got it scanned in, did your photo, did your script, got it in the newspaper, and you're away, okay? So the auction campaign had started. This is, 20 years ago. Now it's so much more about videos, drones, social media, print, getting all those components right, okay? But it doesn't go away from the fact that it's people. It's relationships with people, getting out there, picking up the phone, talking to people, or going and meeting them, having lunch with them, having a beer with them, or chatting to people and helping solve their problems, okay? Yeah. So first of all, understanding what they're not necessarily saying, listening to what they're not saying, and then finding solutions. So important. That won't change in real estate. What will change in real estate is compliance and the need to be so much more connected with the parts of the business so that you can fit it all together into your day to make it work within a day. Otherwise, you're just going to saturate yourself, and that's what I'm probably referring to is, you support people around you.
Sure.
So I think teams will become more important as we go forward, or having the ability to grow your team.
Yes.
So you're outsourcing is another way, those parts of the business which are not client-facing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The salespeople must be client-facing, and the other parts manage somewhere else. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but overall, the business won't change.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Hey, Simon, it's always a pleasure having a chat. Thanks very much for your time today.
Thank you, David.
And if you're sitting in the audience and you think this is the kind of resource that you're looking for in your future, whether you're looking at coming into real estate, moving from one company to go to that next level with us, or whether you have another business opportunity you'd like expert advice for, then we would encourage the call and welcome the opportunity to work with you. Thanks again, Simon.
Thank you, David.